Everybody's talking about this youngest billionaire Brazilian that was a ballerina and that appeared on Bloomberg. Everything is with B, and opened this startup and became a billionaire because of the value of this startup. And everybody's talking about all this, but no one is talking about what this startup is about and the scandal in the Congress that it's being related to. And even Trump's affected Trump's decision. So if you want to understand more all the context that I found out, watch this video to the end. If this is the kind of content you're looking for, subscribe to receive more videos. I was watching these shorts about this news, and I got excited. This entrepreneur said she was giving accessibility to the massive population, to those future market, future events, prediction markets, as they say. And I thought like, oh, it's a social startup. And I thought like, let me see. And my expectation got high. And when I opened the website, I knew instantly that it was nothing about like accessibility social. Like it's betting. It's a startup of betting, gambling, gaming, they say in other news. Um, I saw the website and I knew it was not, it's not like I knew what it was because I already knew the Pioneer Polymarket. You see, it's kind of the same. Like here, you can see the trending, breaking news, and all the sectors and the Kalshi, this startup is trending new and all the sectors. So they are like copy and paste of this other one that is older. But the difference is that this one, Polymarket, got expelled from the United States because they were working with extreme future events from their imagination, and it was causing it was like a danger to people. An example, I think I hear yes, we have like here a news on it. Dear Polymarket, take down your civil war market before another person dies. Why they're saying that? Because they were asking as a future event, like, will there be like a civil war in the United States in 2024? Like they were gambling on it. And or another example, extreme that you understand quickly, the implications of that. Like, will Trump be assassinated in 2024? So they were kind of creating assassination market because if people are gambling on that, on civil war or on Trump assassination, if people are gambling like, yes, he will be assassinated, then these people can be part of really assassinating Trump because they want to earn money. So it kind of creates the assassination market or the civil war market. So they are kind of incentivizing this violence to happen because of this kind of gambling. So that's why, because of these extreme future events they create in their website, they were expelled from the United States. But they are back now because they took it off from the website. And there is something really important. I was really like thinking like let's understand what they're saying, why they're using prediction market terms, future, like why. And then I found out that they got license from the Commodity Future Trading Commission, which gives them license to operate in all United States. And I thought, like, how can they get this license if they're not really commodity? They don't deal with commodities, and there's no assets in these events. So you can see here, this game, you don't own any assets in this game. You is different from stock markets and this trading, future tradings. And because of the assets part, you don't have it. And you don't have really the contracts and the corporate governance that exist all around the stock market and those regulated markets. So that's why there are so many critics and politicians and attorneys, general attorneys. They are questioning, and academics and are questioning this kind of business uh, to to be called part of this future trading. And because of this question, I had this question in my mind, like, why they got this license? Because it's different. Then I started questioning and looking for answer. And what I found out. So here we have the website of Commodity Future Trading Commission. And we have the information that in Kalshi in 2020 sent this demand for the license. And then on January 2025, the Commission granted Kalshi petition to modify its order to designation to permit intermediated future trading. So they got their license in 2025. And this information is important because between 2020 to 2025, there is a commissioner from this CFTC that is involved with Kalshi today, and they want to investigate him in the United States Congress to see if he was involved with Kalshi before doing this to grant the permission, the license for Kalshi. So you will see in the next part of the video. This represents the Nevada Democratic Representative Dina Titus sent a letter to acting CFTC Chair Caroline Fan requesting an investigation to CFTC Chair nominee Brian Quintenz. Why? Because this nominee is like the president, like now Trump is the one who is going to nominate someone, and was the name, and then she said Quintenz awaits a nomination vote by the Senate Agriculture Committee, and a vote that has been canceled twice in the past month. The second time, at the request of the White House, it was Trump who canceled his nomination. And why? Some in the crypto industry have expressed concerns about Quintenz's nomination. So this Dina Titus, Congresswoman, noted that his position on the board of directors of prediction market company Kalshi was controversial. Although Quintenz stated that he would resign upon confirmation, questions remain. So they're questioning that he had relation with Kalshi, even when he voted to give a license to this company. And I went to their officials to see when he was there, and here Brian Quintenz, here in this former commissioner, the commissioner dates of service, and he was there when he was voted in 2020. Remember? Let me show you again. He was voted in 2020 here, and he was until 2021. So they are questioning if he already had a relationship with this startup, and that would be a conflict of interest. And they are saying that because of this questioning, this congresswoman, she sent a letter, this letter, to the chair, acting chairwoman of the CFTC. And she asking to the Congress to investigate this case. And because of this, they're saying Trump canceled his nomination because he's being investigated. That's why it's important to have the opposition in a democracy, because they really keep an eye on things that are going on. Maybe this would have passed without the Republicans noticing, and then this Democrat noticed there was something weird. I noticed, that's why I asked here on the internet, and I found out that there is this investigation, because I thought it was weird. Why they would give the license to something that is not really a commodity future trading assets. So I thought it was weird. And then asking the questions, there is the investigation. There's this weird involvement of this Brian Quintenz, this man, Brian Quintenz, with this startup. So they have this investigation, and they will need to see if he had relationship with the startup during the voting to give them license. This is something in compliance. This would be like a meme, a person from the company voting for the license of the company. That can happen. And now I'm going to show you some states that are against this kind of business in their states. They consider it gambling, betting, just like those sports gambling, gaming, they say, and not just Kalshi, but all the others. And there are some arguments, interesting arguments. So let me show you. There is Connecticut. There's also Washington. Let me show you this. Here, more states, regulators denouncing rapidly growing prediction markets, as they're calling themselves. There is Washington, Louisiana, Arizona, and there is California too. The arguments they have, I think it's interesting for you to understand better. So they say like there are no integrity controls in place for these platforms. That means there's nothing to prevent participation or insiders from placing wagers on events or impacting the outcome of an event. Regulated operators are required to have controls in a place to prohibit known insiders from placing wagers and to monitor and report suspicious wagers. So I will give an example of myself. Since I always knew there was this gambling before this platform existed from sports. I was from sports sector, and in my time, I think I was from the tennis world, and at the time I saw a tennis player that was accused of losing the game on purpose to earn money, and I think it was really like a bad accusation. I don't think he was really doing that because he got really sad. He got really so sad that it affected his results, his gaming, and he was always like the way he played. We saw there was a lot of effort because it's a technical, it's something technical that we see that requires a lot of effort. So it's uh, to whom understand a bit more of the technical part of that sport, tennis, we would see that was false accusation, I think, our opinion. So, but that is an issue that occurs since before platforms. And when the platforms came, the betting was got accessible. The sports betting, gambling, accessible to everyone. And there were cases in the soccer world where the players were betting. So since that, I couldn't watch a game really thinking it's a real game because I don't know if the players are betting and losing by on purpose because they would still earn money from the game and earn more money on the betting. And that those cases really occurred. So since then, when it got massive, this gambling, I see now the games as not games anymore, as entertainment, because I don't know if they're gambling, if the players are gambling on their own games. And so I don't trust the games anymore, these sports. I don't trust them anymore. And this kind of this wrong way of playing is very old, since before internet. So that's why they are saying this, because if in the stock market that's an issue, here is so much easier with no regulators looking. And there is something very, I think it's extreme, they offer wagers to individuals on voluntary self-exclusion lists and to individuals under 21. So minors. So even minors can bet. Um, they're not really considered adults with their brain formed, all formed. They're being formed, the brain, scientifically. So that's why there is this age. It's 18 in Brazil, it's 21 in the United States, but kind of the age of adult brain formed, and that's an issue. Also, house rules which govern the settlements of all wagers are not reviewed by any regulator. Wagers often offered in these platforms are not regulated, which means you might not get your winning as advertised. And what that's like, how they wouldn't. Would the Consumer Protection Department defend them? And they're saying they couldn't defend here. Uh, there's no recourse for the Department of Consumer Protection to recover lost funds for consumers. So if you enter in a platform that suddenly say they're broke or they got offline, and then you ask for your money that you won and they want to give you, there won't be any department to protect you as a consumer. So that's the risk they're saying. These platforms offer wagers on events where the outcome is known by many people, such as award shows, professional team trades, and other events. This means insiders with special knowledge of an event can place bets on the outcome they already know. Wagers on events with known outcomes are prohibited in Connecticut because they are unfair to consumers without insider knowledge. That's a concern even in the stock markets, even more in the stock markets, and they're really on to people, business people, investors. And here there is no one to watch them. And they're saying, and the attorney also from Massachusetts, general attorney is also against it, is concerned. And news are saying that Kalshi wins temporarily pause against Connecticut gambling orders. So they are kind of operating, but there are the states are against, and there are kind of a and there's that dispute. So these are some information that appeared in my research. I work with investing startups, analyzing business. So that's what I do normally. Not that I got interested in investing in this one, because when I entered the website, I knew it was gambling instantly, and I don't like this sector myself. So, but I thought it was weird the way it's been marketed and the way they're saying it to the media. And I started asking questions, and these things appeared. If this content was useful somehow, like and share to impact more and more people. So this is how we should understand market, understand the responsibilities. And I want to finish with a message. We know that gambling is not going to vanish from the humanity. Will always be there. It's like drugs. People will go to the black market, and gambling the same. So I think if these companies that are showing their faces, investors are showing their face. There are the names of the investors in these companies. They want to show. They want to just to show you to see that they are legit. There are people behind it, and you can trust. I think the best way people to trust, not that's not a mob, it's not a scam. I think it's you to really say what you are. It's gambling, and really say and really do uh, give back to society. There are billions per week that you earn. So what I think uh, from 15 to 20% of people that it causes problem to people. In that percentage, maybe you could give that percentage of people in return to society to help solve problems from these people, these families, because many people they just can't get They just can't take the idea of losing money, not idea, but really losing. They kill themselves, and then the family they get like destroyed, or lose money and lose family money. So destroy families, destroy their hopes, and really demystify, really call the attention to the problems that it occurs. It's like alcohol. If you know how to drink it, most people don't have problem, but there are always the people that has problems with that, and you can have help for those people. So I think that we can take good things out of something negative that exists, and not it's not going to end, and maybe create something good, give back to society. I think we need to think about it. We need to be creative about this. So I think this is a suggestion for the involved, and especially for the company. If you really want to show your care, that you are honest and want to do things with responsibility, I think that's the first step, and that's a suggestion. So this was the content of today. Green Business Post: Responsible Impacts for Sustainable Communities.